What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Today, I want to talk about what's going on with ESPN and some of the analysts over there. We know that some of the more popular analysts were let go. Jalen Rose was one. Keyshawn Johnson was the one. There are some others I just can't name right now, but they're looking for a job. And many people thought that it was like some level of racism or whatever the case may yield, but they just couldn't be on network television anymore. Okay. People on the right that are black that have also been in the sports casting world, like Jason Whitlock, have signed up with the Blaze Media Network. And the Blaze is pretty much a conservative platform, really on the right, very Christian. It's run very well. I don't have any issue with that. But Jason Whitlock was interviewing Tommy Sotomayor, right, a few weeks ago. And he mentioned something that was very, very interesting about Corey Holcomb. I'd like to play that clip right now, and then I'm going to come back.
And Corey Holcomb is a guy that loves to talk about me. I don't pay attention to it. I mean, he says a lot of ignorant things about me. I've never paid attention to it, never responded to it. Because and Corey Holcomb's got a nice little following. He does well on the Chitlin comedy circuit, and I don't say that to be dismissive, but that's what he's built a nice little, probably $500,000 a year career going around to little ghetto nightclubs and doing his comedy routine. I'm perfectly good with that. And he can lie about me and ridicule me and all that other stuff, but in my lane, for what he can't hurt me in any way.
So that's why he keeps picking at me, and I won't respond to him because I.
Now, Jason Whitlock referred to Corey Holcomb's independent comedy career as the Chitlin circuit. I want you to be very clear when you hear what I'm talking about. The Chitlin circuit. That's what he called it. The Chitlin circuit. What is the Chitlin circuit really in Black America? For those of us who know what it means, it's pretty much a network of clubs, restaurants, or things you get together that typically in the South, it was segregated. It meant all black only. And these were the places that Black entertainers were able to perform, whether even the gospel entertainers were in the Chitlin circuit. And typically it's parts of the greater South, you know, your Mobile, Alabamas, your Memphises, but it's been extended into anything. I think now in today's circuit, any place where blacks, where it's the northern part of the country, DC, New York, places like that, the West Coast, any parts that are black operated and separated typically from the whites. So commentary such as like what you get from me, Brother Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar Johnson, that is the Chitlin circuit, if you will, even online. Those are Chitlin circuit ideologies because it's really directed towards a group in which you wouldn't get it anywhere else. And if you were to go to those places in real time, that Chitlin circuit would only be African-American comedy clubs, churches, things like that. And usually these are on lesser quality than what you would find in whites, and you would get less money because of the purchasing power is less. Now, I want to talk about this in terms of Cameron and Mace. Okay? I want to make an argument for them. Cameron and Mace both put up $250,000 to create the YouTube channel called Come and Talk to Me. Now, their show is called It Is What It Is. But the YouTube channel is called Come and Talk to Me. And the show has been going not really for a long time. Maybe The first episodes came out 2 months ago, June 13th, 2023. Now, both of these guys come from the hip hop background. I think Mace sold like Cameron or Mace, one of them sold, I think Mace sold at least 15 or 18 million albums. Cameron sold a lot of albums. So it wasn't like these guys were coming into the game without their resources and connections, because their first episode, they had Stephen A. Smith on there. So they had something going for themselves. But guess what they're not trying to do? They were not trying to get a job with ESPN. No, they were not trying to get a job with Fox Sports. No, they wanted to go to the Chitlin Circuit route. They wanted to go to the Chitlin Circuit part of the media, the black sector, and in certain aspects, the Hispanic sector. They're saying, listen, we're going to take the Gilly and Wallow approach. And shout out to Gilly and Wallow, because I believe they gave them some advice on how to do this. And we all know that Gilly and Wallow have a big deal with Barstools, which was a $100 million deal. And Barstools is a big time betting agency, right? Big time sports betting thing. So that podcast on Barstools gets a lot of money. And within 2 months, Cameron and Mace just signed a deal with Underdog Fantasy. Okay? Now, that deal has to be worth at least some millions of dollars. Okay? Some millions of dollars. Wanna know who's not looking for a job? Them. Okay? Wanna know who's not begging ESPN for a job? Them. You know, Jason Whitlock can talk about whatever he wants to talk about, but do you know what? He doesn't own what he does like they do. And again, it's about black ownership. It's about black ownership. And that's what they have. They created their own income, their own ability to employ their own people. And see, that's the beauty in all of this. While somebody like Jason Whitlock is sitting there talking about, oh yeah, you're on your Chitlin Circuit because it sounds good, but you can employ your people and they can catch up and then they'll get money. That's what you guys don't understand. Okay? And these guys wrote their own ticket. They're making money. It's a big deal. And guess what? After this deal, I think if they would have held up a little more, they would have been on Barstools. For sure. Now, somebody said that this deal is worth $30 million. $30 million. $30 million in 2 months. Look at that. Now, what if they would have sat around and waited for the white man to come out and say, you can do this. Wait for no. Why you can provide for your own group and get the money yourself. Depends on how hard you want to work. Depends on what you need to do for your own people. It's $30 million. What can that do for your own community? What can it do? How much equipment and skill sets can that buy for your own group? A whole lot. And those people who are talking about these guys, you guys sound silly now. Jalen Rose ain't signing a $30 million deal. He's looking for a network to hire him. Sage Steele's looking for somebody to hire him. That ain't what Cameron's looking for. Ain't what Mace was looking for. They're writing their own checks. Plus, they're going to be able to steal. And guess what? They're connected. They're still going to be able to get all the folks they need from the community to come on and help them. Listen, it's going to still be great. Okay? Black folks gotta wake up. These guys could have been sitting there thinking about it. Look, these guys gonna write a $30 million deal in 2 months. Now, what if they would have started this last year? Black folks gotta get in the game, man. Get in the game. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Which is far you scare the bell. We're out.